Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. It is Friday, so we're doing a Friday fire video today. And today is not really on anxiety as much as it is just something that is community based and your fellow human being based. I wanted to talk today about helping others and being generous with our time and our resources. And the reason that I wanted to talk about this today is because I've had several people in my life this week step up and help me with some of the projects that I'm working on that I'm new at this, I don't know what I'm doing, and I've had a lot of people reach out and say, do you need help with this? Hey, I know somebody that you could talk to about this. Or I can help with this thing. And a lot of times helping others, being generous doesn't mean money. It means our time or our knowledge even. There are people out there who are so knowledgeable about YouTube or a podcast or having the book go somewhere, and I'm so grateful that I've had these wonderful people reach out to me this week and want to help me. So the whole purpose of the Friday Fire video today is to get you inspired to step out into your weekend and next week with an attitude of generosity, of philanthropy even. You have something that you can give to somebody else and it'll help them. So I want to encourage you to do that. So I have two quotes written down. I have no idea who said them. I may be misquoting or paraphrasing. Just go with it, okay? So the first one says, "We rise by lifting others." And this is one that I think has been attributed to a couple of people and seen it on Instagram, heard people say it, and it always sticks with me because it's something that I think we forget a lot of times. And sometimes it's just that we're focused on our own work and our own lives and the things that are going on in our home. Mom life, we're all stressed, we have things going on. And then sometimes I think it's just that it feels a little bit like competition, like I have to get ahead, and if I stop and help you, I'm gonna lose the race. And so we don't help other people. But the truth is that we can help others and still win the race because we're all running a different race. I'm not racing you, I'm not competing with you, you're not competing with me. Your goal is different from mine. Your wants and needs in your life, your hopes and your dreams are different from mine, and they're all attainable for you, like mine are attainable for me. And it doesn't have to be a competition, it doesn't need to be a jealousy thing, it doesn't need to be negative, and there's no reason to not give things when we have them to give. So the other quote says, and this one is on my refrigerator in the kitchen right now, I've had it in there for a couple of years. It says, "No one has ever become poor by giving." And I don't know who said it because I didn't write that part down, but when I first saw it, it struck me because I am the first to admit that I had lack consciousness for quite a while. I believed that I couldn't give to charity, for example, because I couldn't afford it, because I was having trouble paying my rent. I can't help you out because I'm in trouble. But what I have learned since then, and what has been repeated and confirmed for me over and over again since those days, is that when you step out and give to somebody without knowing necessarily what's going to happen with your finances, you don't go that far in your head. Just know that somebody needs something right now and you have to give them. You have it to give them. The right thing is always to give it, always. And you will always be taken care of. Always, always. I've seen this, I'm telling you, 100 times in my life, and in my life maybe 1,000 times. Something will happen and I will say, I'll cover that for you, let me do that for you, and when it happens and it comes from a place in me, not of worry or of obligation, but more of just a sense of joy, and I want you to have this and I want to do this for you, and you're my brother, you're my sister, we got to help each other out, right? When it comes from that place, something will happen. Sometimes it happened yesterday, actually, and I'm not going to give you the whole story, but something happened and I was like, I've got that to give you. Let me do that for you. And not 30 minutes later, what I gave out was replaced for me twofold. I got it back double. And I didn't expect it. I didn't know it was coming. Nothing. And I believe with all my heart that that's because I gave it without expectation. I just gave it from a place of love and wanting to help. And as I am learning and elevating and trying to get to another level in my life, I also want that for you. for all of you, because again, my race, I'm the only one running my race, okay? So you are not my enemy and you are not my competition. You're the only one running your race. So there's no such thing as competition. So you can always give to somebody. And then again, because I've had so many incredible people this week come up to me, send me messages. I've been on phone calls this week, and they have just offered themselves to me in a way that is really humanity affirming, even, that it shows me that there's kindness out there in the world, and it's all around. And I didn't ask for those things. They just offered them to me. And so I want to replicate that, and I want to model that, and I want to be able to give that also. So that brings me to the second part, and I'm going to read this out to you. And then if you would please comment here, comment on the Facebook, send me an email, because I'm super curious and I really want to keep this energy going throughout the weekend and next week and even on after that. It says, think of a time. So if you would think of a time in your life, it can be any time. It doesn't have to be far back. It can be yesterday, like my example. Think of a time in your life when someone else was generous, when someone else gave something to you. Basically, it doesn't have to be money. It could be their time. It could be their knowledge. It could be advice that you really needed at that time. It could literally be anything. But think of a time when somebody was generous to you, and then think about what that did for you in your life. What did that thing that they gave you mean to you? How did it change you? How did it improve you? What did it do for your life at that time? Was it groceries when you couldn't eat? Was it knowledge when you were struggling with something that you didn't know how to do, and somebody said, hey, I got that, let me help you with that, let me show you that, let me teach you that? Think of a time when somebody else was generous for you just out of the kindness of their heart, just because they want good things for you. They genuinely want to see you succeed. Think of that person, think of that time, and tell me what that did for you and how it made you feel, and how you move forward in your life after that. If you would comment here again, and comment on Facebook and send me emails, and we'll talk about it on one of the subsequent YouTube videos. And also, I wanted you to think about that time and that person, because I want you to carry that into your week, this weekend and next week, and even beyond if you want. But I want you to carry that memory into next week. Think about that person that gave something to you. They didn't have to, and it may not have been affordable for them at the time. It may not have even, made sense that they gave you whatever they gave you, but they did it because they love you, because they want to see you succeed, because they were being generous. And be that person for somebody else. Pay that forward. And yeah, you can buy somebody Starbucks, in the drive-thru. That's fine. I'm not trivializing that. That is a generosity that you're doing a kind thing. But try to think outside of the box with this, if you would. I want to give specific examples, but I don't. I just want to hear what you do and what you think. So thank you for listening to my heart today. And if you would please like and share and subscribe while we grow this channel. That's a way that you could give to me and be generous to me, is if you'll share my YouTube videos and the things that I put out there, so that others can come and be a part of the community. So I look forward to hearing from you, and happy Friday and happy weekend, and live in courage, and I love you. Bye-bye.